Mm, One second. Hold on 1 second, YouTube. I just have to start the broadcast on Instagram. For some reason, it did something different. All right, okay. See if this works this time. Aloha and welcome back, intergalactic friends. Sending good vibes your way. Thank you again so much, everyone, for joining in, for making this a part of your practice, of your routine. This is Wolf, aka Mystic Spider-Man Brendan, and you are about to take part in another one of our inspirational team meditations. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being here on planet Earth at this time. Such an important time for us to be able to come together as a team, for us to be able to hold space for one another, for us to be able to anchor in these new energies, which are old energies, for us to be able to help awaken our consciousness, for us to be able to simply practice, for us to be able to practice mindfulness. So for those of you who are joined in on Instagram, for those of you who are joined in on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, even Twitch, thank you so much for being here, for adding your energy. And if you are here, just to be able to experience the fullness of this meditation, then please feel free to stick around for the entire. It does go for about an hour, but if you have to leave early, that's okay too. So again, at this point, as people are just getting situated, just begin just by listening to your body and just beginning with some soft, gentle stretches. And so at this point, really just allowing yourself to just kind of begin straightening up your spine, even just reaching your arms for the sky. Maybe you're still standing at this point. Get yourself ready so that you can sit down in the next little bit. So maybe you're going to sit on the edge of your bed. Maybe you're going to sit like right on your bed with a pillow behind with your back. Maybe you're even just going to grab a chair, whatever you feel you need to do. So again, at this moment, for those of you who are familiar, you guys kind of know what to expect. We're just going to begin just by listening to our body, by massaging our body and giving our body a little bit of love, a little bit of attention, whatever it needs in this moment in terms of physical massage. So literally just using your thumbs and your fingers to really dig in there. And we're just going to kind of like scan the entire body just doing this. Won't take too long. And then from there, we're going to get into our mindfulness practice. We're going to be practicing like just like enhancing our focus. Going to be going back to some like super essential meditation mindfulness practices of being able to really just like dial in our focus, to be able to observe our thoughts. So again, as people are just joining in the moment, again, just inviting you to simply begin just by massaging your body wherever you need it. If you have any other sort of like extra like massage wands, you can use those. Again, even just massaging the palms of your hands as you do this, just like helping activate the meridians. Even just, again, this is one of the massage ones that I make, which is maybe available on my store soon. I haven't decided. I only have so many. So again, as we're just massaging here, really just listening to your body. Begin connecting with your breath. Going to eventually work our way all the way down into our feet, massaging the soles of our feet. So simple, but so important. Aloha. Thank you again to everybody joining in. For those of you on Instagram, for those of you on TikTok, we got like so many people finding us on TikTok these days, which is beautiful because again, part of the objective with TikTok is like, yo, let's make inspirational content and then let's invite people to the team meditations. And then that way so they can like begin developing more of these practices. And again, it's not just like, oh, you're here because this is a chore. I want you to be here because this is a chance for us to be able to nurture that part of our heart that just like wants community, that desires community, that longs for community. So when you're here during these broadcasts, think of this as a chance to be able to just hang out with the team, to connect with the team, to connect with the shared energies, to connect with people who share common visions and common goals. And that's what being a team is. Being a team is being amongst others who share common objectives, who share common visions. So again, at this point, for those of you who are just joining, we're just massaging our entire body again, just kind of like in the same way you would take a shower and you like rub yourself with soap. This is like kind of like massaging ourselves just with our hands, working your way all the way down to the calves, working your way all the way down to the bottom of your feet. If you are just joining in right in this moment, not a problem. You guys are totally welcome to just kind of jump in right here, right now. So again, just massaging all the way down to the bottom of your feet. And even as you're here, just practicing being aware of your posture. Just practice even just like breathing, maybe even just bringing a soft smile to your face, getting ready for laughter asana, getting ready for the laughter yoga. So again, just massaging the bottom of your feet here. If you've been doing this for a while, like just the practice of massaging your feet, like you may find that naturally your body's just like, yes, more of that, please. Like, give me more. In the same way, it's kind of like, you know, if you like rub your dog's butt, like eventually it will just like start rubbing its butt into you. It's like, more, please. Like I want that, right? So like you kind of want to develop that relationship where as you get familiar with how to massage your body, massage your meridians, your body's going to be like, more of that, please. Like that feels good. That tastes delicious. So again, for those of you on Instagram and Facebook, again, just kind of massaging the bottom of the feet right now. And again, as we're doing this, as simple as it is, like this is like, again, like literally like activating the meridians, sending just like literal intentions and gratitude to our entire body as we're doing this. For those of you who aren't really, like, maybe you haven't really practiced reflexology or you're not too familiar with it, basically the idea is that the body contains like all of these like energy channels for like subtle energy. And so within the feet, by massaging the foot, it literally like connects to all of these energy channels. So you can literally massage like your entire body by massaging the bottom of your feet. So just give yourself a little bit of a moment there to massage your feet. Then you're going to work your way up, even just massaging your lower back on the way up. And then eventually we're going to get all the way higher up into our face. So again, just massaging here, massaging your jaw. So again, from here, we're just going to be doing a little bit of a face massage, a little bit of emotional frequency tapping. If you guys want to do the laughter yoga, we can do the laughter yoga. I know there's always going to be new people who are going to be joining in, perhaps even for the first time. So again, just massaging your face. And again, similar to the reflexology, as massage your face, you're literally also like massaging the entire body as well. Like it has like the same kind of like holographic map. Like you can look at like different studies and it says like, oh, this here, like that's the kidneys, that's the liver, like that's the lower intestine. Not to say that that's actually what it is, but like it's that same idea. So all right, thank you again to those of you on all platforms. So again, really just making this your own practice. That's the important thing. Again, I want you to begin like really associating within your mind just like how doing this practice is something that your body is just being able to be like, yes, like more of this, please. And so again, what you want to do is you want to eventually be able to get to the point where your body gets excited about joining, gets excited about tuning in. Think of this as like kind of like going to like a massage parlor, going to a spa, but you're your own masseuse. And like, whoa, like what? Life hack, I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know you could massage yourself. Well, you can. So again, just massaging yourself here, moving all the way up to the top of our head, even taking a moment here to just like massage your earlobes. Again, I like the idea that like how many people tune into this broadcast have like never massaged their earlobes before. So again, just massaging your earlobes. So again, like as we're doing this, especially when it's like first thing in the morning, when people tune into this broadcast first thing in the morning, like they tell me, like they'll send messages and they'll just be like, yo, like throughout my day I just found myself like really just like motivated, really inspired, just again kind of like open to creativity, open to synchronicity. So again, what I want you to do is like as we're doing this practice, step one being massaging the body and opening the energy channels, then we're going to go into our mindfulness practice. I want you to carry whatever momentum we create with us here and carry it with you throughout your day. So simply by tuning into this broadcast is going to assist you in doing all the other tasks, all the other things that you're doing today. So if you're just like, yo, like I want to be able to kick so much ass today, like I gotta keep that momentum going, then like we're here to cultivate that momentum. That's such a powerful word. The two most powerful words like in the vocabulary related to like spiritual practices, one of the two most powerful is consistency and momentum. So what you want to do is you want to maintain consistency so that you can build momentum. And that's the idea. If you just tune in once, that's great. But like to get like the full experience, you got to kind of continue. You got to kind of continue to work on things similar with any other thing, you know, any sort of sport and stuff like that. So think of again, in the concept of practice, that's exactly what this is. All right. Do you guys want to do some laughter yoga meditation? Thank you. Bonus points to those of you who are literally here just for like, you know, your first time, but your second time. So thank you to Blake Dorn for commenting in the TikTok chat to just be like, yeah, this is my second day here. So huge shout out to everyone. All right. Drop a 333 in the comments if you guys want to do a quick round of laughter yoga. And then from there, we'll move into our mindfulness breath exercise. And people are just like, well, it'd be like, Well, yeah, like, duh, I want to start my day off with laughter, like, obviously. So, I mean, it's kind of a rhetorical question again. I just appreciate being able to communicate and get the feedback. So, looks like we want to do the laughter yoga meditation. How many people here have been like practicing this on their own? And I'm not expecting you to answer, but again, like just knowing that this is a practice that we can do on our own. And I actually challenge you to do it on your own when you get a chance to, because you'll like even just look in a mirror, you'll be able to. Like, it's a superpower, believe me. So again, let's get into our laughter practice. Yoda. Like, dude, just like pure Yoda laughs from there. Just be like, Yoda has like the weirdest laugh. Like I just remember like in Empire Strikes Back when he's like purely just like a Muppet. Like he's just like a caricature. And Luke's like, he's like, hey, stop touching that, and he's like that. I don't know. That's gonna be me when I'm older. I think that's gonna. It's literally gonna be walking around with a stick, hiding in the, I don't know, in the swamp, meditating or something like that. Life goals right there. So, anyways, all right, let's practice this laughter yoga meditation. For those of you who are just joined in, again, welcome. This is a regular meditation practice that we do Monday to Friday. Within this meditation practice, we do a few meditations all in one. So we start off with our physical movement, our physical like massage, and then from here we're going to do some laughter yoga, and then we're going to go into our mindfulness training, which is super important. So please stick around for that if you're like here to level up with your superpowers, which you are. And then from there we go into our movement practice, and then from there we go into our vocal, and then we go into our chakra. So follow my lead. What we're going to do here, we're going to practice literally evoking this experience of laughter within us. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a deep, gentle inhale, nice soft exhale, and then on the next inhale, what you're going to do, you're going to focus on the exhale. You're going to go ha, 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 ha. And then from there, you're just going to allow this wave to kind of continue to build. And then from there, you're just going to maintain that for about 30 seconds while thinking about nothing but Yoda wearing a tutu. I don't know. It's just like absurd things that might make you laugh. Why would Yoda be wearing why wouldn't he be wearing a tutu? Yoda can wear whatever he wants, man. So, all right. Okay. So follow my lead. Get yourself nice and comfortable. Get a drink of water if you need it. Laughter yoga, very, very important. This is you tapping into one of your superpowers, the ability to like activate your heart and to experience like right now, like I shall use my wizard powers to make you laugh. I like that idea of like a on-stage comedian who actually sucks, but somehow he just hypnotizes people into thinking that he's funny. Okay, all right. Deep, gentle inhale, exhale. Let's just take a couple of those. So nice big inhale. Straighten up your spine. Nice soft exhale. I'm just going to do one more simple breath. Get super serious right now. I want you to be as serious as you can. This is a serious practice, guys. Laughter yoga. Super serious. All right, another deep inhale, exhale. Soft exhale. Follow my lead if this is your first time here. I dare you to try not to laugh. Try not to if you don't want to. Try not to. But if you want to try, observe the momentum that you can give. I give you this experience. All right, okay. Follow my lead. Deep inhale together. Focus on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Ha, 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 ha. 15 more seconds. Yoda laugh. 7 more seconds. 6. Feel the abs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bonus laugh. Okay, relax, breathe. Go super serious and just observe. Observe what you're feeling right now. Observe how just even that sound, it just kind of activates the energy. Like that's like seriously, like that's so important, right? Like here we are thinking it's like again, like the idea that like there may be some people like maybe you know it's like, oh, I haven't had a good laugh in a while, right? So like here's a gift for us that we're creating for ourselves. Let's do this one more time. Laughter yoga, since I know everybody's a fan. We're going to do our laughter yoga meditation. So for those of you who just joined in halfway through that meditation, I apologize for freaking you out with our random laughter. For those of you who understand the context, follow along. We're going to do this one more time. Again, this is like an ancient technique. This is actually part of what's activating your superpower, the ability to kind of like cultivate the energy of the heart. I'm just imagining the scene of like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Yoda like getting like high together or drunking. Yoda, you teach me so much. Listen to the muscles. Eventually they just merge into one organism. I don't know what's even going on here. All right. Okay. All right. I'm glad you guys are moderately entertained by my shenanigans. So bringing play into this is super important. Let's focus and be super serious. Use all your will to not laugh. I dare you. Yeah, either laugh or practice using your will to not laugh. One or the other. Both are extremely beneficial. Alright, follow my lead. Get a drink of water if you need it. You guys are doing great. Thank you so much for joining in. Deep inhale, exhale together. Nice big exhale through the mouth. Straighten your spine. Deep inhale together. Exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Get to the point where your laugh doesn't even make noise, where it's just like... Such a weird noise. 7 more seconds. Hold it and keep going. 4, 3. Feel those abs. 2, 1. Beautiful. Breathe, 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 breathe. Awesome. Beautiful. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in. I feel like I should create like a whole nother like make your way to 6-pack abs purely by laughing or something like that. I don't know. Like, dude, that I felt that, man. Like, that was tight. So awesome. Thank you again for those of you joining in, for all your supports, just for being here, for adding your energy. Again, if you laughed during that, drop an 1111 in the chat just to confirm if that worked for you. So, all right, okay, cool. From there, we're gonna move into our mindfulness practice. So from here, even from moving from this like high vibrational laughter energy, what we're going to do is we are going to practice moving into our mindfulness technique. So mindfulness is so important. And honestly, like one of the most important things when it comes to like activating your inner superhero, like becoming a light guardian and, you know, just like awakening to more of your inner being and everything like that and manifesting within your reality. One of the most important things is our ability to be able to focus. Our ability to be able to like keep our focus in one place at one time. And this has a lot to do with just like not even just our mind, but even just like the way how we're spending our time. So think about it. If you're like got like a task that you need to do, but you're trying to do like 5 other things at the same time, like it's probably going to take 5 times as long for you to complete that one task. If you focus on one thing at one time, it's literally channeling the energy there. It's directing the energy. So I'm sure you've probably heard this before, but like where focus goes, energy flows. So what we're going to do here within this practice, this is a very, very, very important practice, even though your ego is going to be like, oh, this is stupid. It's not what your ego sounds like, believe me. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. So what we're going to do is we're literally just going to practice dropping into our breath, bringing ourselves into that gamma data state. And then from there, we're going to practice keeping our focus on our breath. And what we're going to do is we're going to observe our thoughts begin to kind of like naturally wander, but then to observe them and to bring our attention back to our breath. This is like one of the cornerstones for meditation, where we begin to understand that like you are not your thoughts, you're the observer of your thoughts. We're going to practice observing, and then you're going to experience your willpower to be able to shift your focus from your thoughts to a single point, this point being your breath. And this breath can either be experienced purely just through like your lungs, or another thing you can do is you can focus literally on just like the feeling of the air coming in and out of your nostril, or even just your lips if you're breathing through your mouth. So we're going to practice this together. And again, thank you for everyone just for being here, especially if this is your first time. Like, this is very, very, like, even if you're brand new to meditation, this is important. But even if you've been doing meditation for years, this is still one of the most important practices. Because what you're going to be able to do is from this, you're going to be able to begin associating with your thoughts differently. So throughout your day, when thoughts begin to kind of like float through your mind, instead of just grabbing them and being like, oh, this is my thought, this is me, and associating with it, you can observe it, and then you can be like, well, what do I want to focus on right now? Maybe you're focusing on something else. So this is your ability to be able to strengthen your will and to strengthen your focus. This is like literal magic. Like, magic happens when we can focus our mind. So this practice is literally just kind of training for other parts of like our ability to be able to manifest and become better creators within this dream, waking up as dreamers within this dream. So for those of you here, just by listening to my voice, we're going to straighten up our spine. I'm going to drop you into this space. So gently close your eyes. Relax your face. Straighten up your spine. Relax your shoulders. And gently begin by connecting with the breath. Soft, gentle inhales through the nose. Gentle exhales through the nose or the mouth. Gentle inhales again through the nose or even the mouth if you choose. And soft, gentle exhales. And with each exhale, through your will, give your nervous system permission to begin to relax more and more. And we'll simply allow ourselves to gently scan our body, to allow ourselves to be in this vibration of mindfulness, of love. And to do this, gently begin by imagining a white light at the center of your chest. And this white light is going to expand through your body, and wherever it does is gently going to allow that part of your body to relax, simply by you putting focus on that part of your body and willing it to. This is just kind of the preliminary calibration, and then we'll move into the breath practice. So feeling this white light energy moving from the center of your chest all the way out to your arms, down to your fingers, all the way down your torso, past your hips, your legs, your knees, all the way down to your toes. Feeling this energy moving up through your spine, all the way around your face, right to the top of your head. Just imagining yourself as this illuminated being. And just using this moment here as we just fill ourselves up with love. So just take a moment here to really just kind of like breathe in as if you're plugging into the infinite source of the universe, which you are, literally. And as you breathe in here with an inhale, I want you to almost like imagine fresh energy entering in through your crown, through the top of your head. And then on the exhale, I want you to imagine just kind of exhaling like a little bit of like a gray smoke that just kind of clears out any sort of unneeded energy at this moment. Just a nice big exhale. Just going to do that 3 more times. Deep inhale, breathing in. Filling ourselves up with this love. Soft, gentle exhale. Once more together. Inhale. Soft exhale. Notice here your body just continuing to become more relaxed while your mind continues to become aware. For this next part of the practice, keeping in mind that this literally is just a practice. This is the same as us like showing up for hockey practice together. So this is us running drills together. So do not worry about being perfect or doing this quote unquote right or wrong. Your goal here is simply to practice and to observe. To observe what the experience is going to be like uniquely for you. So what we will do here is we will begin focusing specifically on our breath. And again, you can use even just the feeling of the air moving in and out of your nostril or your lips as a very specific focal point. And what we're going to do is I'll stop talking and you're just going to be here. But what you're doing is you're observing the mind naturally wandering. You'll observe yourself thinking about tomorrow or thinking about yesterday or thinking about pizza or thinking about this and that and other fascinations. When these thoughts arise, simply see them almost like a passing cloud. And when you notice your mind wandering, gently bring your awareness back to your breath. So the simple practice will be focusing on the breath and also being in the serenity of this peace, this stillness. I want you to focus on becoming familiar with the feeling of this peace, this serenity, of simply focusing on your breath. It's going to feel like a little vacation. If you just do that, you're just going to be like, oh, this is nice, like nice and quiet. Okay. And then as you're there, again, you're going to notice the thoughts arise. Naturally, they will. And when you notice them, that will be your cue to gently bring your awareness back to your breath. And you're going to repeat this. And every time your mind wanders and you bring it back, that is you intentionally strengthening your mind. Like picking up a weight, like a dumbbell. It is on the extension and the retraction that you strengthen the muscle. So when your thoughts arise and wander, you'll notice that will be like kind of like the dumbbell being like further away from you, and then you gently bring it back. So you want that resistance. You actually want the thoughts to arise so that you can practice bringing your mind back to the focal point. And so as we do this, let this be strengthening our ability to practice focusing on one place at one time. And then this will apply to all the many things within your life, your work, your personal development, your relationships, anything of that matter, your creative expression. So breathe here, and then I'm going to stop talking, then we're going to check in. And again, I want you to just observe. You're going to find that as you do this, your egoic mind will kind of go through a stage where it will be like, oh, this is so easy, it's barely worth my time. And then your mind's going to start to wander. Observe that. And then bring it back to the focus of the breath. Your mind will try to convince you that this is not worth your time. You observing that is a part of the practice. Your mind is going to be like, oh, but I'm just gonna change a channel or stand up. Allow yourself to have the higher will to be like, no, I'm committed. We're just going to sit here. We're going to be in our breath. We're going to practice focusing. This is simple, but incredibly, incredibly valuable. So thank yourself for committing to this. Gently breathe here, soft, gentle inhales. Soft exhales, and as you breathe, if you're breathing through your nose or your mouth, be aware of the feeling of the air entering and exiting your nostrils. Use that as a focal point. I'm going to stop talking in the next moment. We'll practice this in our own silence. And so as the thoughts arise, observe them and gently bring it back to your breath. Observe what this experience is like for you. You've already won simply by being here. Continue breathing. Continue this practice. Observe the thoughts that will try to convince you that this is stupid, not worth your time, etc. But then just be like, You know what? We're just going to do this anyways. And that is where you cultivate your will. That is the secret. That is the gift. You are in control. You are in control of where you put your focus at any moment. This is your power. This is the magic. Breathe here. I'll stop talking for the next few moments and continue this practice in your own time. Go ahead. Continue here for a few more moments. Observe what this has felt like for you so far. You may have noticed yourself being like, whoa, this is so easy, and then next thing you know, you're not focusing. So be aware of that. Be aware of the tricks your ego will play on you. But you are in control. Find serenity in simply focusing on your breath. Observe the thoughts. Use your will to bring them back to your point of focus. Continue this for a few more moments. Where is your mind right now? Bring it back to your breath. Continue here for a few more moments, and then we'll conclude this part of our practice. You're doing great. I want you to take 5 more breaths here, and I want you to kind of like make them last. Enjoy them. Do it like a countdown for yourself, and really just be here in 5 breaths, starting from now, counting your way, focusing on the breath. Go ahead. Gently put your hands on your heart. Just conclude this part of your meditation with gratitude for yourself. If you did this and it was challenging for you, then congratulations. You are doing it properly. You want this meditation, you want this practice to be challenging for you. Because it is within the challenge that you get to observe and you get to begin creating more will. And I promise you that as you do this, you are strengthening your focus and you will find that you'll get better at it. You'll get better at being able to observe the thoughts without attaching and bringing your focus back to a single point. So simple, so deeply profound, so important. Just take a couple more breaths here with your hands on your heart. Conclude this little meditation with gratitude. Just being able to say thank you. Like you just leveled up a bit. You just gained a few more experience points. You invested in yourself, and now you're going to be able to bring this practice with you throughout the rest of your day. If you notice you have a task at hand, you're going to practice it in the same way where you'll notice distractions and thoughts kind of arising in a way that aren't serving your focus. You'll observe them and then be able to use your will to gently bring back to your focus to where you wish in that moment. So just conclude this practice with gratitude, thanking yourself for showing up, thanking your mind, thanking your heart, thanking this multidimensional body that you're in. Slowly bringing your awareness back to your physical body. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, straighten your spine, gently open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you. Awesome. Beautiful. All right, good job, everyone. For those of you who are here, again, if you need to just get some water, take your time, just kind of rest. Don't stand up too fast. We're going to be moving into our standing practice meditation in a minute. Let me know in the chat how that was for you. You can just take a moment here. Just be like, yo, was that challenging for you? And I want you to be like, yes. It was still challenging for me, for someone who practices meditation, as regularly as I do. We want it to be challenging because the mind will never stop providing an opportunity for us to be able to refine it. You are always going to be able to see the mind operating in a way where I'll actually be creating conditions for us to be able to practice seeing whether or not our focus is in check. So that's where again, oftentimes, and again, we're just kind of sitting here, you guys can leave your comments in the chat. How was that for you? I'm asking you, how was that for you? And some people are just yeah, that was relaxing, that was grounding. And that can also be very empowering because again, it's kind of practicing being the stillness in the storm. Very powerful. But again, what you're going to notice is that even within your spiritual path, within your life path, if there's certain things that you're kind of moving towards, you're focusing on, you're just okay, here's what I'm going towards, here's my goal, within a long-term time. And then as you're getting there, suddenly distractions will start coming in, challenges will start arising, circumstances you didn't expect will kind of be thrown into your path. And that's literally the universe putting it there to be able to test you, to train you, to just be how you wanted to develop your focus and you wanted to manifest this for yourself, you wanted to align with this and be we're gonna make sure that this is really what you want, this is really here for you. So when those challenges arrive, you see that as an opportunity for you to be able to implement your practice and be yes, I am strong enough, I am courageous enough, I am flexible, resilient to be able to navigate this space. So again, by you doing this, you're developing resilience, you're developing vigilance. So throughout your day today, simply by doing this practice, continue this practice into your day and begin noticing even just thoughts as they naturally arise. It naturally arises, that's just how it works. But then choose how you relate to them. And then even in those moments, if you notice those kind of thoughts that you're just that's not really serving me, even though it is serving you, because it's serving you by kind of creating the condition for you to practice bringing back the focus, and then just bringing your awareness back to your breath, back to the present moments, back to even just the texture of this reality. So a lot of different ways to kind of modulate this practice. So good job, everyone. Good job. Again, literally just by you doing this, that is an awesome way for you to just be able to begin cultivating mindfulness practice, for you to begin leveling up, and for you to really start tapping in. So again, where this comes in handy, this leads into other things such as just our focus and creativity, but also deeper states of meditation when we really start focusing on like imagination and stuff like that. When you can keep your focus in that place, like it becomes very, very powerful. If you're looking for more meditations that I do, like I've done some super epic story meditations. Those are available through my link in my bio, and go there. You'll see the links for our regular meditations, which are these, and then you'll see like long form story meditations. Listen to those if you want something like totally different, because it's like a first person story that really brings you into this realm of your imagination. So with that said, we're going to stand up and we're going to do a little bit of movement exercise in the next little moment. Thank you again. We're getting more and more people tuned into this each day. We got probably about like 30-ish people tuned in. So if you enjoy these broadcasts, again, inviting you back again, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. You can watch the recording anytime. Invite one friend to my profile. Just be able to be like, hey, like check this out. I really enjoyed it. Tune in. It's funny. It's like, you know, like high vibe. It's practical. Lots of reasons to be able to join in, and it's a great chance for us to be able to connect as a team. So again, if you haven't already yet, be sure to check out the links in my profile. You can find more there. You can connect to our team chat, and you can also support on Patreon. We're currently at about 137 Patreon supporters. Our next goal is 150 Patreon supporters. And I just got to announce this real quick. I just got done updating my shop. So for those of you who might be interested in items I have available, such as like the shirts, such as the Light Guardian crystals, such as the shift buttons, those are all available through my shop, and you can find that through the link in my bio, and that's a great way to be able to support. So thank you again, everyone. Thank you, Patreon supporters, and thank you all members of the community simply by being here. If you are tuned into this broadcast, you are part of the team. All right, so with that said, if you are able, go ahead and stand up. We're going to move into a little bit of our movement practice. All right. Okay, so go ahead, everybody stand up. For those of you on TikTok as well, this is like a regular part of our practice, and we're going to do a little bit of movement exercise. We're going to shake out some stagnant energy, do some vocal exercise, and we're going to move into our chakras. So for those of you who have never been here before, just begin like loosening up your body. Just begin shaking up your body. That's like the only thing I think of when I do that now. And as you do this, just taking a moment here, just bring your arms up and around, stretch towards the sky. Stretch. We're going to shake out our sillies in the next moment. Listen to your body. Do some gentle twists if you need it. Beautiful. All right, so what we're going to do some shaking and some shaking movement to be able to release any sort of stagnant energy. Quick note, after we finish this meditation, for those on TikTok, I'm going to stick around for like 10 extra minutes on TikTok to answer any questions. So if those of you who are on TikTok want to stick around afterwards, please feel free. We finish this off in at the top of the hour, so, or at least in like 20 minutes. All right, okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to follow my lead. You're going to do a deep inhale, and then you're going to go, and maybe some of you have never done this before. I know a lot of you haven't. And when you do this, this is like releasing stagnant energy, releasing energy kind of like that gets stuck in the root. So a lot of the energy that we feel that's like heaviness, or even just energy if you're very empath, use this technique to shake and release and kind of clear this energy. So follow my lead, have fun with it, smile. Deep inhale, exhale. Shake it up as much as you want. Beautiful. We're going to do that 2 more times. Shake your sillies out. Deep inhale. Do it nice and loud. I want your neighbors to be like, what is going on there? What in darnation? As if your neighbor's like Hank Hill somehow. Whoa. Meditation? God dang it, Bobby. Ooh. All right. Inhale again. Release. Hank Hill doing this practice. Shake it up. Feel how good that feels. Allow yourself to even just like observe. Your ego mind is gonna be like, that's silly, like don't do that, but still just do it anyways, and you'll be like, oh, that actually feels really good. So from here, just gonna move into a little bit of movement. Again, I want you to just kind of like start moving your body and just do it in a way that just feels like very graceful, very sacred. Imagine that you have like even like an energy around your hands. And I want you to just take a moment here to just begin moving your body and just kind of like anchoring in ceremony for yourself. So you're not just doing what I'm doing, but you're just kind of like practicing moving as if you're just kind of like a Shaolin monk or a ninja or a dancer. And I want you to just really get into this idea where this infinite flow of creative energy moves through us at all times. And as you do this more and more, you're going to start finding that this is going to become like a practice, this simple idea of movement, where it's going to feel like very like ceremonial, very sacred, even like reminiscent of like something from like another incarnation, where it'd be like kind of like you like kind of like even preparing for a ceremony in this way. So again, just allowing yourself to practice moving, let whatever movements I'm doing just kind of be like permission for you to practice moving in your own way. And I want you to just kind of like move in a way where you don't stop. So don't even think about stopping, because like I know it's like sometimes you're like, but I don't dance. That's the limits of just allow yourself to just constantly find a place of movement for your body, listening to your body, adding in some stretches, allowing it to just be like very graceful, very dynamic, very even like elegant. We're just going to do this just for about 30 more seconds. And as you do this, again, this is you just kind of experiencing what it's like for this creative energy to kind of constantly be flowing through you. So as we kind of do everything before this, we're making this easier. You're just going to allow yourself to naturally be in this place where you're just becoming this like natural channel for this universal energy, this awe wind it's called. Beautiful. 10 more seconds. Finishing it off in a way that's just kind of like very meaningful to you. Beautiful. Awesome. All right, okay, so from here, what we're going to do, we're just going to do a little bit of like chi activation. So put a little bit of a bend in your knees, hands like this, deep inhale, and a nice big exhale. And on the exhale, kind of again, release like any sort of like stagnant energy while pumping like the fire, the billow inside of you. So inhale, exhale, big exhale. Follow my lead again, inhale. One more time, inhale. Good. All right, we'll move into our dragon's breath, last one for today, and then we're going to go into our chakra practice. And again, you can do these like way more. You're just like, but I just want to dance more. Like, please, by all means, keep dancing throughout the rest of your day. All right, put yourself in a little bit of like a soccer stance, almost like a warrior one, as if you're going to kick a soccer ball. And then from here, what we're going to do, we're going to kind of charge up, and then we're going to roar like this. And again, for those of you who may be carrying any sort of like frustration and anger and stagnant energy, this is a time where you get to release it. You get to move it through your body. Like, you need to move the energy that is stuck in your body. Vocalization, energy like sound medicine, this is one of the ways that you can do it. It is so powerful, so forgotten, and so important. So follow my lead. What we're going to do, we're going to deep inhale, we're going to roar. You can even practice like kind of like tensing and then releasing. And then as we do this, you can imagine yourself just kind of clearing out like any sort of black smoke, gray smoke, this stagnant energy clearing out of your body, while at the same time like honoring any sort of anger and frustration. Again, your anger is like love in disguise. So if you're angry, you care about something, so allow yourself to be like, yeah, I'm frustrated, but that's because I'm a loving being. All right, let's do this together. Deep inhale together. Nice big dragon's roar. Clear it out. 2 more times. Inhale. Like T-Rex arms. 1 more time. Inhale. Release. Get some nice exhales there. Stand up. Just bring yourself into a place of stillness. Feel what your body feels like right now. Just by having done these practices, you've like activated the aura. You've activated your energy channel. Stand here. Just breathe. If you feel a little bit dizzy, bring yourself back to sitting. Just keep your eyes open if you're a little bit dizzy. Just breathe here. Just feel, you may feel your body's like almost sweating. Energy channels open, but also kind of like feeling just like very lit up right now. Beautiful. Gently bring yourself back down to seated. Let's move into our chakra practice meditation, and then we're going to wrap up this broadcast, and then I'll stick around for those of you on TikTok to be able to hang out with you for a little bit longer to answer some questions. Thank you again, everyone, so much for joining in. It's an honor, it's a duty, it's a privilege, and again, let's keep doing this Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Every time we do this, this is like not just us doing this for us. This is like anchoring in like very, very powerful energies within the collective. So as we do this, this is like helping others tap into this. And again, for those of you maybe new to my content, the story here is like us coming together as a global team of shifters. People who are actively helping assist with the shift in consciousness through acts of creativity and also personal development. So if you're tuned into this, like, welcome to the team. Like, you are a shifter. So shout out to everyone. All right. Chakra practice meditation. What we're going to do, we're going to work through each of the chakras. We don't do the crown within this practice. This is like a Gnostic practice. The crown is the culminating chakra. It's worked on by working on the other chakras. Each chakra has a correlating virtue and a correlating mantra and a correlating faculty. The brow chakra is a virtue of serenity. So this means kind of like being in that place of like peace and like seeing the unity, seeing the connection between all things. The faculty is inspiration. The sound is a sound E, like that. The throat chakra is a virtue of justness. This is being able to speak wisely, speak with intention, act with intention. This is the sound E, pronounced as in way. The sound is A. So I'm just explaining it, and then we're going to work through it together. The faculty is clairaudience. So again, as we do this, the chakras, for those of you who aren't familiar, the chakras are like organs for the energetic body. This practice, what we're doing, this spins the chakras and it kind of helps move them. And a lot of us kind of have like energetic gunk on our chakras. So this kind of helps like clear it up. This is like giving ourselves an internal massage. Heart chakra, compassion. I'm just going to go through this quick. We only got a little bit of time, but if it's your first time here, you can check out some of my other videos and we go more in depth with it. Heart chakra, compassion, inspiration, gratitude. Pulmonary chakras, these ones here, a lot of people don't know about these. This is known as the ultra memory, connection with our ancestors, also gratitude. Solar chakra, temperance, cultivating our willpower. This is also connected with intuition. Sacral chakra, cultivation of our sexual energy. If you're not already, make sure that you put a little bit more attention towards cultivating that energy so you can move it throughout the rest of your body, into your vitality, into your focus. Also the faculty of what's known as chaste, which again is healthy relationship with our sexual energy, and also the faculty of astral projection and dream travel and stuff. Root, patience, connection with the roots. Roots above, branches roots below, branches above. All right. Follow my lead. We're going to work through this. We're going to go through each one individually, or one like boom, 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 and then we're going to do it as many times as we can within this broadcast. Follow my lead. If this is your first time here, just kind of allow yourself to observe any wandering thoughts. Bring it back to the focus of the sound. Bring it back to the vibration. Just experience. You can feel the chakras as you do this. As you continue to do this, you'll become more aware of it. And as you do this, just allow like the energy and the vibrations to kind of be experienced. Follow my lead. Deep inhale, exhale on your own. Just deep inhale, exhale. Soft exhale. Follow my lead, the sound E. E. Throat chakra, the sound A. Heart chakra, the sound O. Pulmonary is the sound A. Gratitude for our ancestors. Solar, the sound U. Connection with temperance. Again, this is like giving yourself like an energetic massage. Sacral, the sound M. Cultivation of sexual energy. Root chakra, Patience. You're practicing patience right now. Great job. Proud of you. The sound S. Let's work through it one more time, possibly twice, depending on time. Inhale again, the sound E. Sound A. Close your eyes if you want. The sound O. The sound Ah. The sound U. The sound M. The sound S. Beautiful. We got enough time to work through it one more time. Again, this practice, for those of you who may be new to this, like, seriously, if you were to practice this, like, more on your own, even just 15 minutes, like, in addition to this, do this every single day. Again, this is a consistency. This is about literally being able to open up channels for the awakening of our consciousness. And the awakening of our consciousness is also being able to, like, make the unconscious conscious. So what we've been doing today with the mindfulness practice before, being able to observe our patterns, plus this is again about being able to awaken the awareness within us and to begin associating and focusing on our cultivation of the virtues. And the virtues are very important. So again, the virtue of serenity, so seeing the unity, the shared connection within all things. If you need to take a break at any moment, please, by all means, this is your practice. Listen to what you need. Get a glass of water if you need it. We're going to do this one more time. Inhale together, the sound E. The sound A. You may feel the sensation in your chakra. The sound O. Sound U. Ah. The sound U. The sound M. The sound S. Go ahead, take a moment here, conclude your practice, just observe how your body's feeling in this moment, visualizing this like rainbow energy kind of swirling through your body. Breathe, allow yourself to just be present. Throughout the day, you'll notice yourself just kind of moving forward with more grace, with more focus, with more resilience, with more inspiration, just being open to more synchronicity. Allow yourself to just carry this energy, to carry this momentum, and to move it with you into whatever task, whatever you need to do for the rest of the day. Allow this to just be like wind in your sails. Allow this to just be the stone that sharpens the sword of your will. So thanking everyone again for being a part of this practice. Taking a moment here, just one more deep breath. Finish off with gratitude. Slowly, when you're ready, you can open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you. Beautiful. Awesome. Good job, everyone. Thank you again so much for joining in. Grab some water if you need it. Take your time. You can even use this to even just do some more stretching. You can even just kind of move right into some more like practice and meditation. I'm going to stick around. The Instagram broadcast is going to end, and then I'll stick around just for a little bit more on the YouTube and also on the TikTok. So normally it would just be the TikTok, but we're going to switch it up. So I'll stick around on the YouTube and the TikTok and the Facebook, and I'll just be able to hang out with you guys if you guys have any quick comments or quick questions. So thank you again, everyone, so much for joining in. Again, if you enjoy this, there's a lot more that you can check out through the links in my profile, including other full-length meditations, full-length movies I've done, the podcast that we do as a team, the Patreon where you can add your support, the Quest item shop where you can get cool gear, support me there, and of course our team chat where you can connect further with the community that we have been creating. So thank you so much, everyone. Finish it off with a wolf howl. Ow, ow, ow. Keep it shifty, and I'll see you in the future. Have an awesome day. I love you. All right. Okay, cool. All right, so just concluding the broadcast on I just had to conclude on Instagram. So for those of you on YouTube and for those of you on TikTok, we'll just do a little bit different here again, where I just want to take another moment here to just be able to hang out with you guys, to be able to express my gratitude, and I can read some of the comments on YouTube as it is right now. So aloha to those of you who are joined in. We got several of our Patreon supporters there as per usual. Awesome. So if you guys just want to express your gratitude on how that was for you, please go ahead, leave it in the comments. If you're new to my profile on TikTok, go ahead, drop a 333 in the chat, because that way so I can just kind of like see your name, and I do a pretty good job of like remembering usernames and everything like that. So if you want to just like leave just like a comment, just letting me know, drop a 333 if it's your first time here. And yeah, how was that? How was that experience for you? Again, did you even find like the mindfulness practice for those of you who were around earlier? Did you find it challenging? What parts did you really kind of like enjoy the most? And again, every time that we do this, we switch it up a bit. We add like a little bit new, a little bit of a variation with the meditation. Like the beginning of like the massaging and everything like that, that's usually pretty much consistent. And then our meditation practice is a little bit different every time. And then we do our movement practice, and that's usually the same. And then a chakra practice, that's usually the same. So every day that you do this, it's a little bit different, but also familiar as well. So that's kind of the power of it, is again, just kind of like the consistency, because that's how you build your momentum. So awesome. Thank you, Chimo Dog. Thank you, That Unique Life. Thank you, Blake, again. Blake tuning in for the second day in a row. Again, if you enjoy this, and if obviously if your schedule is not too busy, I invite you to be able to join in again. Thank you, Tudasuri, saying that they love that exercise. Awesome. Super grateful. And again, we've been doing these for quite a while. My root chakra is jumping for joy. Beautiful. Awesome. Cool, sweet. Well, if you guys do have any quick questions, even just like about like meditation, go ahead. You can leave that in the comments real quick. I'm gonna jump off just in a couple minutes though. Lots more work for me to do today. So again, like this is like my full-time job, my full-time devotion. So like when I'm not doing the broadcast, like I'm doing like back-end production and I'm creating new content for TikTok. So yeah, if you guys do have any quick comments or just again even gratitude you want to be able to express, go ahead and leave that in the chat, and then I'll be jumping off. So again, we've got about 23 people tuned in right now between TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. So again, just thank you so much everyone for being here, for having fun. We're kind of just like hanging out afterwards, right? Like the practice is over, but now we're just kind of like hanging out and socializing. So awesome. Yeah, again, you know, when people do these, there's a lot of people who are tuning into these meditations regularly, and they're just like, yo, like these like make a big difference, like for me, like, you know, because again, it's being able to create that routine, that ritual. For me, it's a great way just to be able to like wake up in the morning and just be like, okay, like I know what I'm doing. I've got a place to be. So even just for you, I know some people, they're like, I don't sleep in anymore because I tune in for these meditations. Whereas like if they weren't happening, you know, it'd be easier to just be like, whatever, I'll just do whatever. So inviting and challenging you to be able to join into these again Monday to Friday, and then even on Saturday and Sunday, like find a routine that's kind of like your routine. Maybe you do something similar, maybe you do something different, maybe just go for a walk. So awesome. Thank you, Blake. Blake saying that they're going to be joining the Patreon. Blake, thank you so much, dude. That means like so much to me. Like I'm excited to be able to see like how many people are going to be joining the Patreon as we continue to grow here. So thank you again, everyone. We're just for those of you who are just joining in on TikTok, we just got done our meditation for the day. We're just kind of hanging out here. So again, any other comments of gratitude, please feel free to leave those. Thank you, Danny. Yeah, again, so like when we're doing the chakra practice meditation, like a lot of us may find that it's like, yo, like I haven't worked on like a chakra practice meditation in forever, right? And so you may find, like Danny said, that they're like, my chakras were so rusted. And that's a great way to put it. Like your chakras will actually atrophy. Like these energy channels, if you don't use them, will atrophy. And that can affect like overall health as well. Because again, these energy channels kind of like connect to the organs of the physical body as well. And so by doing this practice, again, this is just kind of like opening yourself up to like more of the natural energy channels that allow you to just like bring more inspiration, bring more focus, bring more grace, bring more vitality into your life, which is what you want. Like that is like, you know, it's super, super important. And then like, even then, it doesn't mean you have to be like, go, 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 go. But again, what you do afterwards is like you can kind of like chill out and you can rest and you can even get better at resting, you know, because like sometimes this is a hard thing for me where it's like I have a hard time like doing nothing sometimes, like not doing work. So like I'm sure some people can relate. So again, like this can be a great way to just be able to be like, okay, like I'm just gonna sit here and chill out and to fill my cup with that experience, you know, to fill my cup with just like being able to taste that stillness, to taste that serenity, you know, in the same way you would want to like go to a quiet beach, like you can kind of do that internally. You can kind of create that same experience. So, aw, Mika, thank you for. I'm glad you were here. So, yeah, and again, you know, like it's interesting because like we as you know humans, we're not really taught about the energetic body. Like we're just taught that, you know, like it's like, oh, just eat food, exercise, and everything like that. But there's more to it. You know, we really do have to kind of be aware of even just like how like energy can kind of like build up in different parts of the chakras, and to just begin able to observe that and use that as like a waypoint for us to be able to begin changing our patterns. Like essentially, like again, like the chakras will kind of go from being like closed to open, and we kind of want to be able to balance them. And even if your chakra is like a certain, if it's like closed, so to speak, that doesn't mean that like you're like a bad person or you're doing things wrong. If anything, it just means it's inviting you to like be aware. It's an opportunity for you to be able to learn. It's an opportunity for you to be able to like ask, like, why is that chakra feeling that way? And how can I be able to like begin healing, to begin giving it what it needs? So again, you know, like sometimes even just like one of the most obvious, honestly, like one of the most obvious chakras that we can work with like most effectively is like the sacral chakra. And again, the sacral chakra is often associated with the cultivation of the sexual energy. So again, one of the great ways to be able to change our relationship with that would be like changing our relationship with things such as like spilling our cup, so to speak. So, and that goes for males or females, because we carry this very powerful energy. For the females, they carry it in their ovaries. For the males, we carry it in our testes. And this energy like literally moves throughout the body. And you can notice that like even just by you doing that, by you being more aware of that energy, by you being aware of like how you kind of choose to use that energy, whether you're just like spilling it or whether you're cultivating it, that will lead into the cultivation of like further willpower and further focus for the rest of your chakras, for the rest of your meditation practices as well. So every chakra like kind of like overlaps, like they all support each other. Like as you kind of develop like the base, as you develop at the root and you kind of like focus on just like security, like again, like honestly, like if you're just like, oh, how do I work with my root chakra? Like a great way to work with your root chakra is to clean your room. Like look at your physical environment around you, because your root chakra associates like with the physical like connection that you have with the world, like the roots, the connection to the earth. And so again, like that's where like the physical space that we are in is literally us. Like there's no difference between us and the space we are in, because the space we are in becomes a reflection of us. So again, if you're just like, how do I work with my chakras? Like work by cleaning your room. Start there and see how that feels. And then you'll kind of create the space for you to begin cultivating the rest of the chakras. So again, like the root chakra, it's about like patience, security, a groundedness. So again, change the physical environment, allow it to be a place that's going to kind of like cultivate and make it easier, and make it easier for you to be able to just be like, yo, okay, like this is like, oh, I feel like really clear, like I feel like really clean right now and everything like that. So again, you know, like part of our goal within like the human experience is to kind of like do what we can to help like work towards purifying ourselves. And that doesn't mean that, I don't mean that in kind of like this like crazy way, Like, what I mean is that, like, simply by being in this reality, we will get dirty. Like, we will get like the gunk. Like, this is like our job is to like clear the dust off the lens of our heart. So simply by being in this reality, like our chakras, our energy systems, our emotional body will get like built up with gunk. And so what we have to do, we kind of have to like clean ourselves, and we have to do this energetically. We have to do this physically. We have to do this socially. And then as we do that, that will allow us to just kind of begin tapping into more of like this multidimensional human experience. It will allow us to tap into more of our creativity. It will allow us to begin just being like more open to our connection with the world around us. And it will also allow us to just begin like, again, like really starting to understand more of like who we are, and also like who we are not as well. So it just kind of opens you up into that more of that space of persistent joy, and a really like deep relationship between yourself and the world around you. So opposed to it just kind of being like filtered out through, again, just kind of like what can feel like as very like clunky, junky energy and things like that. And again, that's not to say like if that's what you feel, that's wrong. Like a big part of being able to like move through your own growth is by being able to observe, and by being able to like literally see every experience, every feeling as a teacher, as like something that you can get curious about and be like, well, why do I feel that, you know, like what is the root of this, and then to kind of like seek the roots, and then to be able to like nurture those through self-love. And again, it's really like something where a lot of people are just like, oh, I'm trying to awaken spiritually, and I have to like do all these meditations, and I have to buy singing bowls, and I have to, you know, like buy it, you know, start dream journaling, and I have to like get some sage, and I have to do ayahuasca and things like that. Like, I mean, if you choose to, sure, but the place where we can all start is like the basics of just healthy living. So before you start trying to like awaken your third eye or open your third eye, pay attention to your diet, pay attention to your sleep, pay attention to your exercise, pay attention to like getting outside and getting sunlight, connection with nature, pay attention to socializing, pay attention to practicing creativity, pay attention to like how you're absorbing like the information around you in terms of like your media diet and things like that. So that's honestly the best place to start. Like a lot of people, they're just like, oh, you know, like my life is like, you know, really challenging right now. And then it's just like, well, like, how's your sleep? How's your diet? How's your exercise? So like we kind of get into this idea that it's just like, oh, spirituality means like doing all these crazy things. But it's like, no, like yes and no. But until you really start taking care of yourself in like the basic of ways, like you won't really fully get to where you need to be. So like, as simple as it sounds, like this is honestly just like such a powerful reminder, because somehow we forget that. Like we've fallen into this amnesia where we forget how important it is to be paying attention to our sleep patterns, our diet, and even just your relationship with your phone. You know, like you are addicted to your phone right now, so use that as an opportunity to be able to practice your willpower and begin to like, again, set limitations for your phone, turning it off like an hour before bed, creating space for you to go to bed with like a more clear mindset. Practice doing like retrospection meditation before bed. That's when you do meditation, when you like reflect back on the day, and you practice like building the memory pathways. So again, as dynamic as it is to be a spiritual being having this human experience, we just want to be able to remind ourselves that at the end of the day, the most important things are often the simplest things. And again, your diet, your exercise, your food, sunlight, socializing, drinking water. Are you drinking enough water? Do that, and like that will kind of like get you into a place where you can start being open to move into like the deeper parts of the spiritual practices and everything like that. Anyways, team, I'm gonna jump off. And Mika, that's awesome. Mika says, yes, I did that last night, and I can totally remember my dreams more today. Mika, that's awesome. So again, yeah, pro tip, take your phone and like turn it off, and then like set it aside, and then like an hour before you go to bed, and then do that, and then like even just read or meditate before going to bed, and then you'll find yourself just kind of like, again, you want to challenge yourself. Like your spiritual growth will be determined by your ability to create pressure for yourself. Like if you don't create pressure for yourself, you will not grow. Or if you don't create pressure for yourself, the universe will give you unexpected pressure. It will give you unexpected stress. So what you actually want to do is you actually want to create healthy stress within your life. And healthy stress is by doing things like ending your showers cold. It can be things like intermittent fasting. It can be things like practicing meditation. It can be things like reading a book. It can be things like putting your phone down. It can be things like exercising. Just like doing the things that are kind of like the opposite of what like the easy impulse choice may feel like. So awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, again, for joining in. I really appreciate everybody being here. And again, the reason why I do these broadcasts is because, again, you know, it's about the ripple effect. And again, I've said this before, even if I was like a millionaire, I would still be here doing these broadcasts, hanging out with you guys, because this is what I'm passionate about. And this is what is needed right now. We need each other. We need to be able to hold space. And again, at the end of the day, I'm just a mirror being here to be able to like show you who you are and what you can do. And we're here teaching each other, and sometimes we're here just to remind each other, be like, have you drank water today? Like, seriously, like, we forget. We honestly forget. So your spiritual journey begins in this simple way. Chimo Dog, how do I find you on Patreon? My Patreon is through my profile link, like in TikTok. So for TikTok and Instagram, like literally you go to my profile link, and through there you'll see the quest item shop, you'll see some cool videos, you'll see meditation, you'll see the Patreon, you'll see our team chat, so you can check it out. And there's other perks for the Patreon. If you join up at the $11 a month, then that gives you access as a leading member. And a leading member is a member who gets to be able to like be featured through the project. You get to join on-air broadcasts if that's something you're interested in. And you also get additional discounts for the shop. So I'm actually going to put up a post today about the Light Guardian crystals. I know some of you are like, yo, like, how do you get these? These are handmade, and these are available through the quest item shop. Like, I hand make these, like, for people who are on their journey of awakening consciousness. So if you want to check out my quest item shop, like, I literally just finished rebuilding it. I had to rebuild it, so go ahead, check it out there. You can find the shirts, you can get buttons, and again, if you're on Patreon, you can get a discount, a 25% lifetime discount for items on the shop, which is like a huge bonus. Like, that's huge. Like, that's such a good deal. So if anybody else has any quick comments of gratitude, go ahead, leave those in the chat. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you again to those of you still tuned in on Facebook and YouTube. Obviously, this was like a little bit of a bonus. If you guys want me to like hang out again a little bit like this after each broadcast, let me know. Because again, my job right now is building the team. That is like my job. That is what I've been doing for years. And now as we build on TikTok, we're getting more people tuning in. So again, like literally, like there's like hundreds of people connecting to my profile on TikTok every day. And again, from there, it's inviting them back to the meditations. It's creating the space for them to be able to develop these routines for them. And then again, it's also about being able to like build the layers of the team. So if you're connected to my profile on any platform, you are part of the team. And then if you want to be able to connect further, you have that option. You can join our team chat, and then to be able to get access to the rest of the team chat, you can join on Patreon. And again, when you join on Patreon, like, don't just be like, oh, like, I have to pay to be able to chat. Like, it's not that. Think of it as an investment for yourself and a vote for what you want. So when you sign up for the Patreon, yeah, you're supporting me, but it's also you energetically being able to say like, fuck yes, to yourself, to what you want to be able to bring more of into this world. So be sure to check out the Patreon when you get a chance. And yeah, like there's a lot of like really cool stuff there. And a lot of the stuff on my Patreon is like, there's some exclusive videos, but a lot of the content that I just create in general is like already for free for like the entire community. But there is some additional secret stuff, and again, additional perks. You can join as a leading member. You can even have access to me as a conscious media creation coach, which is like worth like over like $200 a month. And that will be like, so if you're thinking about like, so like within TikTok, we are building a team of conscious creators on TikTok. So if you're like thinking about like getting started on TikTok and to be able to create content to inspire people, to build your network, your community and everything like that, like I am here to be able to like help people with doing that. And this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to be another team broadcast where it's like conscious creators of TikTok coming together. So again, like Mystic Spider-Man here building the real world team of superheroes. Like that's the story. You can see it, right? So, and this story began long before I was on TikTok. So for those of you on TikTok, welcome to the party. Welcome to the team. All right, team, I'm going to wrap this up. If you have any questions, you can message me through Instagram. I really appreciate everybody joining here. You can also find the recordings for these meditations on my YouTube as well and on my Instagram. I look forward to being able to create some more inspirational content, and I look forward to being able to hang out further with you on future lives. And again, join us for the next live meditation tomorrow, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please invite one friend, and yeah, feel free to send me a comment of gratitude on Instagram, or even just a comment on one of my posts on TikTok. And I really appreciate everybody being here. Go check out the links in my bio. You can watch full-length movies I've made. You can check out past meditations. You can join our team chat. Lots and lots of really cool stuff. You can even get those light guardian crystals. Woo! Oh, and I also have some new aura lights. These are on the shop. These are like chunky aura light crystals. This is like the oldest crystal on earth. So I got a few of those. If you want to check that out, go ahead. And it's a great way to support. All right, wrapping up this broadcast, I got to go do some post-production. Thank you again, everyone. As always, keep it shifty. Much love. Thank you for being who you are. Keep working on yourself and keep sending out that vibration. And yeah, keep it shifty. Much love. I'll see you in the future. Thank you, TikTok. Go team. And thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook.